Hey, everybody. Sometimes I like to share the live videos that I have shared inside of my Spiritual Women Entrepreneurs Facebook community with you. And that's what this podcast episode is about. I'm actually going to be sharing a video that I did within that group called Getting Clear on Mapping Out Your Content. I think it's always important to know how to map out your content, to understand what type of content converts into clients, and how you can really refine that process so you don't feel like a content machine. I just went live on this inside of my Spiritual Women Entrepreneurs group, and I wanted to share that with you here, so stick around. You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss Jakubovic.
Hello, and welcome to the Spiritual Women Entrepreneurs. I'm so glad that you're back because today we're going to talk about the clarity that you need in mapping out your content. Because people ask this all the time about their content. How should I post? When should I post? Where should I post? How does my posting of content actually bring me clients? And this comes down to having a map. To map out your content, to understand what needs to happen, depending on where you're doing this and who your clients are. So that's what I'm talking about today. If you're with me here live, hashtag live right now in the comments below. And if you're watching the replay, that's awesome too. Hashtag replay in the comments below right now. All right. So when it comes to content, the first thing we need to consider is the platform. What platform are you on? Because if you're on Facebook, the platform's going to be very different than Instagram. The content's going to look different than TikTok. It's going to look different than YouTube. It's going to look different than Snapchat and Twitter and all over the place and LinkedIn. So depending on which platform you use as your main hub that feels like home, your content is going to feel a little bit different because your content needs to match what the platform is asking for. So if you are on TikTok, you need to be making TikTok-like videos, 15-second, 30-second, 60-second. You need to be following the trends there, understanding the music, what's going on. If you're on Facebook, well, yes, they do have reels, but what's really prominent on your Facebook page, on your profile page, are your posts. What are you posting that people are scrolling through? So the thing with Facebook, there are different areas to focus on. So if you are on Facebook, you have your personal page, you have your business page, you have your group, you have other people's groups, you have reels. So that's 5 different places to post content in that platform. On Instagram, you can go Instagram Live, do the reels, you can post carousels, you can post images. So there's a lot of different types of content. On Twitter, we just have our character counts. So understanding which platform you're on is going to help you when you decide what type of content do I need to put out. So now that we know which platform we're on, and I highly suggest you only pick one platform, I want you to think about the type of content that resonates best with your audience and that you enjoy creating. So if you hate TikTok style videos, you hate recording them and creating them and pointing to things and making storyboards of how your video is going to go through, then that's probably not the best type of content for you. And that means that platform is probably not the best platform for you as well. So think about what platform you want to be on. Think about what type of content you like to create. And then we want to turn this around and think about our target market. What type of content do they like to digest? What type of content are they hungry for? And then that will help you narrow down which type of content you should create. Now, as far as mapping it out, I highly recommend you start with one piece of long form content. So decide on which type of long form content you want to create. That can be a blog, 1,500, 2,500 words. It could be a long form social media post. If you ever look at my personal page on Facebook, there's sometimes a couple of paragraphs, or I'll tell a story, or, you see a lot of emojis and I'm explaining or teaching something. Or it could be video. That's where you're going live. That could be a YouTube video, any type of video content, or it can be a podcast. And if you've ever listened to my podcast, Marketing Tips with Meliss, we have over 400 episodes that answers questions that my clients have. and things that I want to teach about and I want you to know. And I think it's important for you to know in order to build your business. So these are all long form pieces of content. They take time to create and they are very valuable. That's your long form piece of content. Then I want you to pick out small pieces of content from the long form pieces of content. So pick one long form. What is going to be your ongoing type of long form content? If you're a blogger, you're going to be writing a blog maybe once a week. If you are into podcasting, you're going to be doing at least one podcast a week, that type of thing. So that should be your consistent content generating creation, that long form piece. Then you go back and you pull out little pieces of content. So for example, if you listen to any one of my podcast episodes, they're usually between 7 and 20 minutes long. And then I could go back and listen to that whole entire podcast episode. And when I say something really cool or, something very meaningful or valuable, just one little sentence or two sentences, I write that down, I pull it out. And that becomes a content piece that you will see later on my business page on Facebook. Or maybe my Marketing Monday tips that I do in this group every Monday, those come from other things I've said in other places. So now instead of creating content for here and here and here and here and here and here, I just focus on my long form content and I'm pulling pieces out. Those small pieces of content that you pull out needs to be connected to the platform that you chose to put all of your eggs in that basket at the beginning of this video when I was talking about how, you want to be on the platform that feels best to you and also the platform that feels best to your clients. So that's the type of content that you'd pull out. So, for example, if you are helping really busy people, they don't have time to do anything else for themselves, that's your target market, then podcasting might be the best type of content for you because you can listen to a podcast while you're walking the dog, while you're folding laundry, while you're driving in the car, as opposed to someone who has to sit down and read through an entire blog. Now, if you're helping moms who, Pinterest moms who love to find arts and crafts and things to do and, have lots of hobbies and some time, they might really enjoy that long form blog. They want to read through it. They want to click on things. They want to research. So you need to know your target market, what type of content they want, so that when you pull pieces out of your long form content, you'll know what type of content is the best to create in your small form content. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions that didn't make sense, put that in the comments down below and I will answer those questions for you. And then you want to rinse and repeat. So you want to be able to do a system, create a map that you can, again, consistently come up and do that every single week or every single month. And when we're thinking about the variety of content, you do want to provide variety. So you don't want just one type of content because there's lots of different learning styles and different parts of your target market segment might enjoy an audio style content over a visual or a quote style content. Or we have audio, we have video, we have imagery. So you can mix it up a little bit. And that way your content becomes interesting. Now, you don't want to post the same type of content across all social media platforms. Sometimes people they say, oh, I want to be on every platform. That's going to save time. I'm just going to across the board post the same. Each platform wants content delivered in a different way. So when you do that, you're actually hurting yourself because the algorithm isn't going to push your stuff out if you're not following the way that the platform wants you to provide content. So think about variety, think about which platform you're on, and don't post the same thing across all social media platforms. That's why I say you don't need to be on every social media platform because it needs to look different. You need to have a different style. My style on Instagram looks very different than my style on my personal page on my profile on Facebook, which looks very different than my style here in the group, which looks very different than my business page on Facebook, which looks very different than my LinkedIn. So if you are a one-woman show, it's going to be really hard to put all of this together by yourself. So don't stick to one thing and just stay there and rinse and repeat and do it consistently. And your content should be value driven. How can I help? What questions can I answer? What quick wins can I give you? What problems can I solve? And those value driven pieces of content are going to attract your target market to want more and more and more from you. They're going to want to keep learning from you. And then 1 in every 5 posts, you can pitch your services. You can talk about what it is you do, how you can help. And that's a maximum. I would not pitch your services all the time. But you do want to not forget to do that, because that is important. That's how your content's going to convert into clients. You're going to teach, you're going to give value, you're going to help people, you're going to make little transformations and wins, and always be that driving support. And then once in a while and go, hey, you know what? I have a program, come join it. Or I help you do this on a deep dive, or let's do a one-on-one. That's okay. You should definitely pitch your services. The problem that people run into is they pitch too often, or they don't pitch enough. So 1 in every 5 at a max is pretty good. That's about 20% of the time. So if you're giving really high value all the time, 1 in every 5 is, it makes sense. It's okay. And people will enjoy that because they want to know how to take those next steps with you. Now, if they don't enjoy that, that's okay too. They're not your people. Let them go. There are plenty of other people who are your people, and there are people out there who want to hear from you. So this is how you get clarity around mapping out your content. I hope this helps. Again, if you have questions, drop them down below. And if you are interested in working together with me and my team and really mapping out not just your content, but your business systems, everything that you need to get your business to that next level, everything you need to have clarity, the marketing systems that you need, the foundations that you need in your business so that you can really take your business where you want it to go, then reach out to me. All you got to do is comment down below with the word program, or send me a DM with the word program. I'll reach out to you. We will have a little conversation, see if it's a good fit, and see what those next steps are. Okay, I will talk to you a week from now. So come back in, be active in the group. This is your community. And let me know if there are any other questions you want me to answer, because I love to help you and answer your marketing questions. All right, see you soon. Bye.